I'm so far behind. Alright, Dragon Ball DAIMA Episode 6, Lightning, throws us right into the chaos as the gang's brand new ship immediately decides to give up on life. The cause? Panzy stuffed it so full of so much random junk that the engines gave out before they even had a chance to show off. But DAIMA isn't about to waste an entire episode on Goku and friends aimlessly drifting through space, or what would it be, walking through the desert again, while brainstorming bad ideas for how to fix it. Instead, this little detour is just an excuse to give the characters a chance to shine and slip in some extra gendarmerie lore without it feeling too forced. The crisis is over almost as quickly as it starts, but not before the show uses the opportunity to build in some solid exposition and world building. It's efficient, it's clever, and it keeps the momentum rolling without slowing down for too long, as well as giving us somewhat of a faux cliffhanger at the end of the last episode. I have to take back some of my concerns about the introduction of Panzy. I was worried she'd fall into the kawaii girl trope, but no, Panzy's pulling her weight in a narrative sense when it comes to the interactions between our characters. She's balancing out Goku's clueless optimism and Glorio's reserved, we're too cool for this vibes, and Supreme Kai's collected and inquisitive vibes. Last episode gave us a taste of the new group dynamics with Panzy on board, but episode 6 is where it really clicks. We've now got 3 characters who can actually talk shop about the demon realm, so the audience gets a steady flow of context without it feeling like a Wikipedia entry. Goku, meanwhile, gleefully plays the role of comic relief until it's time to punch something. I also have to take back some of what I've said about Glory Hole. His connection to Dr. Aransu is confirmed here, but the full extent of their relationship remains vague. Instead of thinking he's setting up for betrayal, I'm starting to think Glorio thinks that he's setting up for betrayal down the line, only to inevitably double-cross Aransu instead. He's not evil, he's just sorta stuck between a rock and a galactic hard place, and will eventually come around to seeing that Goku is the better option for the ally that he wants to have. And finally, Vegeta, Piccolo, and the Earth Squad make their grand return, only to do absolutely nothing of consequence. Seriously, it's like cutting away to another channel during a cliffhanger just to remind us that commercials still exist. They're prepping to join the main cast, sure, but by the end of it, they're exactly where they started. It's borderline comical that this episode gives us yet another engine malfunction cliffhanger. Apparently, the real big bad in DAIMA isn't some demon overlord, it's shoddy vehicle design. Now onto the highlight of the episode, the Minotaur. And oh, what a bait and switch this was. DAIMA sets this beast up like he's about to be the next Cell, with ominous framing, menacing growls, and a presence that screams mid-boss, and then cut away for a commercial, and upon returning, he's a blubbering idiot. Honestly reminds me of the introduction of Oolong. There's this one glorious moment where he just stands there slack-jawed while the heroes argue over who gets to beat him up. The whole sequence perfectly channels OG Dragon Ball's ability to juggle action and comedy, and it's a delightful reminder that DAIMA still knows how to have fun. Maybe because we actually have Toriyama himself behind this. Instead of wasting time on the Minotaur, the episode shifts gears into something far more satisfying, a sparring match between Goku and Glory Hole. And it ends up feeling like DAIMA's first real flirtation with Dragon Ball Z territory. Up until now, DAIMA's fights have been more playful scuffles and creative skirmishes, but this one hits a little different. The tension crackles as these two seasoned warriors size each other up, exchanging blows that actually carry some weight. The choreography is immaculate, but it's the little moments that elevate it, like the polished energy physics and the gradual build of suspense as they both test their limits. And then there's that moment. Glorio, knowing he's probably outmatched, throws out his strongest attack, probably expecting to at least rattle Goku a bit, but Goku doesn't even blink. He cancels it out with a casual flick of his wrist like he's swatting away a fly. Cold, but he's not done. Before Glorio can even process what's happened, Goku's already behind him, hand lightly resting on his back, and with the calmest and most disarming smile, he says,
"I think we can call it here."
Absolute savage. No yelling, no flexing, just calm, clinical dominance. Cold as hell, and I loved it. It's the kind of moment that gives you chills, not because it's flashy, but because of how effortlessly dominant Goku is. It's pure, distilled DBZ energy. Goku, unshaken, always in control, but never cruel. He's not interested in humiliation, just proving his point. This sequence feels like a loving nod to those iconic Dragon Ball Z battles where Goku outclassed his opponent so thoroughly that words hit harder than fists. It's a reminder that DAIMA isn't just playing with nostalgia, It's honoring the franchise's best moments while finding new ways to make them feel fresh. Overall, DAIMA is shaping up not to be Z or Super or GT, but something of its own. But hey, it's fun, and that's about as much as you can ask for in this pointless mess we call entertainment. If you like this breakdown, feel free to hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment that'll ultimately disappear into the void of the internet. Until next time, try not to get deported.